Happy to have you here, man. And we have a whole lineup of magic here. And I don't want to keep talking anymore. I would like for you to go ahead and show us some magic.
You want something nice and quick?
Yeah, nice and quick.
Right, do you have some... I mean, have some on me. Do you have any keys on you?
I have this. Baking soda. I got baking soda. All right, that's all I wanted to say.
You mother...
I have keys right here.
That's going to need to be bleeped. I love you for it. Right. Fun little one with keys. Let me figure out the best way to do this. Don't mean if I break this, do you?
No.
These ones mine or yours?
They're both of ours.
I can never get these fucking things off. Favourite thing on the planet? If you grab some keys, what you can do is this. And just link it back on. How about that? How'd that look for you? Good enough?
Freaking great.
If I hear you can check it on it. Perfect.
It's not come off.
It not come off. It's hard.
Yeah,
You're breaking the hell.
That's great. Let's talk about that.
Right.
What do you call this?
I don't remember.
We'll just make up a name.
It was. We'll call it the Jorge key trick.
Okay.
This was one of the things I came up with during the time of Line Key. I'll put this down because I just realised for the sound guy, this is going to be horrendous. So it's the same time as I came up with Line Key. I was trying to figure out ways to link rubber bands and I went through a weird phase of penetration effects. Don't take that the wrong way. And this was probably one. Hey, come on, guy. I'll see you later. This is probably one of the first things that, the first methods I had on. And this kind of came to light through the idea of, if I want this to look clean. At the time I can't remember what TV show I was working on. I'm saying I can't remember, I'm saying I can't say legally. But we were doing a similar effect, and I had to make it look as clean as I possibly could. And the crazy thing for that is I found that pools do an awesome job at that. So this is basically a dollar pool, quite literally from an office store. So you usually put ID tags and stuff on it.
Yeah.
I've cut off the end. In fact, let me put this here so you can get a good shot of it. I have cut off the original clip end you've got and just tied this on. I've used a slip knot for it. And I've also tied about an extra 1.5 inches, a knot big enough so it will not go into the opening on the pool. So it means when it comes back, you'll get some noise, but it won't be too bad. Mm-hmm. Now, sitting down isn't the best way to do this. I more prefer to do standing up. But this basically gets clipped on the inside of your jacket. If you don't care like me, you will just literally cut a little slot in your jacket so that can chill there. Otherwise, you can use a safety pin. And when you want to do it with your right hand, how do I describe it? I'm right-handed with most things bar cards. I don't know why, it's just unfortunately the way I learned. So I keep it on my right-hand side. And because the cord isn't clear, you never get clear cord with the cheap reels. I tend to wear black, it's just the way I am. But if you have it in your dominant hand, you'll find you can hide this line more no matter what colour you have on. Right. The key itself has just been held on a rough clip, just here with the cord going around the back of it. So it means your thumb can go underneath when you want and it will produce that up in an interview. Let me just see on camera if I'm getting that, so it makes sense. So you're here, you want in fact, if you take this cord here and line it up against your palm, along your middle finger, and then clip this edge here, that'll give you the perfect point. And it means your thumb can go under and bring this up into view, right? Your left hand is just looking at the keys and finding a key that roughly matches yours. Now, the only thing I tend to do is I will use silver mostly. In the UK, the standard key you will get with a new lock is silver. I've noticed that most people over here have these sort of brass-coloured ones. Yeah. I've toyed with making these gimmicks up that have a colour on both sides. It just, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. At a push in a club, I have done this with their brass key and my silver gimmick, and no one batted an eyelid. It's one of those stupid things. Your brain goes, there's a key, it's detached, it's now back on. It's weird as hell. Don't recommend it. I was slightly intoxicated when I'd done it that way, but hey. So I mean, with this side, all you're going to do is find a key that matches roughly the key you're going to be using. In fact, let me get this in position so you can see that it is doable, because this seems crazy when you think on it. So with this clipped, if you need to, now when you put your song on earlier on, it made me laugh and I let this thing go. So you're probably going to have a nice shot of me going, you and get back in and get out. But with this, as you take the keys, you still have your fingertips to use. You can still move around with this. So I tend to grab the ring, pick up the key that I like, and switch it over and hold. And your middle finger goes into the hoop, right? I'll bring this in actually so you can see it on this upper camera if need be. Your thumb is going to go underneath this key as your first finger covers. So from the front, I'll just bring it up here. If I go for this camera here. So from the front, your finger goes in, you see I'll use this key here, and you let it drop. And it just hides behind your hand, right? Keep looking up here. As this hand's going to come in, it produces this up. So this is now the gimmick key. So you're just bringing that up into view. But from the front, it looks like it's just there. And I just pretend to rotate. I'm not really doing anything. I'm pretending I'm taking it off. Right. You don't need to oversell this. I see a lot of guys really horsing in and making it look hard. If it was really that hard to do it in the first place, like, you know what I mean? Make it look natural. Just pop that thing off. And when you're holding this, just be aware that the cord is running under your thumb. So just try and keep this middle finger in play. And because your thumb is under here, you can pop this up as you let this go. And it looks to all the world as if it just links on. Right? The only thing you do need to be really careful of is if you have, again, if it doesn't go deep enough in, it can flash slightly. But just nice and quick again. Have that in your clip as you pick up the keys. The middle finger goes in. You come up, pop it off, readjust if you have to and get your thumb under if you drop. At this point, all their focus is here on their keys. You don't have to really worry about that. Bring it up, drop it down, and it's on. Now, a lot of guys, a few people I've showed this to, they'll perform it and they'll go, and look at that, it's really on there, and they'll oversell it themselves. I could have tried to lean against that. If this is their item, after you've done this, just give it to them and give them a beat. Let them react. I find a lot of people kind of rush it and then try and coach the reaction out of them.
Right.
It's one of those sort of old things when I don't get myself wrong. I'd done this when I was younger, and when I hadn't figured out how to control a crowd or all that kind of stuff yet, I was like, I want the big reaction. And I'm like, I practice hard. I deserve it. Do you know what I mean? And it took me a long time to figure out that once the magic points happen, you can tell, you can look at them and instantly know if it's got them.
Yeah,
and as soon as you know, let it breathe for a beat or two. You have to, otherwise you're just going to kill your reaction. So I mean, I've what would you call that, the Jorge key trick? Okay. I can't remember, that'll do. That's now its name.